What's up, y'all? So, most of the time I don't speak on politics, but in this instance, I'm noticing something. Over the last, 10 years, right? I've watched more and more things that are pushed by mainstream media get the country up in an uproar. Like the Arlen Sterling situation, the mass shootings, Vegas, um, you know, George, what's his fucking name? Goddamn. Um, anyway, dude, George Floyd. This whole situation. If it wasn't for the media, nobody would know this stuff is going on. This kind of stuff has always been going on. It's very small demographics of people that have these problems with police. But all the media usually says is like he was an innocent black man that was, murdered by police. But the fact is, like, half the time this guy literally either just got done running from the cops, just threatened somebody with a gun, just robbed somewhere, stabbed somebody. I mean, the cops aren't responding to this because somebody called and said there's a black guy outside. They're responding because they committed a crime of some kind or were alleged to have committed a crime. So, to say that the police are just actively targeting black people, that might have been true in the 60s, but very, very rarely is that the case now. What the case usually is that black people commit more crime. So police respond to more crimes involving black people in predominantly black neighborhoods. I mean, yeah, if it's Atlanta, you're probably going to have black cops killing black people, but you don't hear about that because that wouldn't get the people up in arms. So, sorry, I look like shit. I just got done having food poisoning, but all this is bothering me because I've noticed how weakened this country has become, and I live here, my kids live here, I fear for their future. But what people don't realize is we are really vulnerable right now as a country. We're divided so much on so many different fronts, from Democrat to Republican, or, Biden or Trump, or, black or white, Black Lives Matter or KKK, because that's all anybody sees. If you have pride in being white, you're a Klansman. If you have pride in being black, you're Black Lives Matter. But it's just so much division. Like, there's places for competition. Among Americans is not that place. Sports, cool. Car racing, cool. But it's embarrassing anymore for me to be an American because the entire world is laughing at us and our stupidity. So many blind sheep just getting led to slaughter and they don't even realize it. And as an individual, there's nothing I can do about it, even though I see most of the truth. Like, I might not see everything, of course, but I mean, so many things are so obvious and nobody sees it. And think about it. If Russia and China got together with North Korea and they invaded the United States tomorrow, where would we be? With all these gun laws trying to get passed and all these people divided, you think right now with all this going on, blacks and whites are just going to come together to fight an invader? No, there's going to be little cliques of people that get taken out a lot faster than they would with the united country. That's why we are one of maybe one or two countries in the world who have never been invaded. And that's because I think it was General Yamamoto, a Japanese captain of an aircraft carrier in World War II, said that the United States was a giant, that every American was encouraged to own a gun. And so fighting the United States wasn't just fighting our military, it was fighting our citizens because we were well armed and we would stand up and fight as a united nation if it came down to it. And yet everybody's so divided that, hell, in Atlanta and shit, they're going to be so busy fighting each other they're not even going to realize Russia showed up until a fucking MiG-25 comes through and fucking sprays a bunch of people or drops bombs on somebody, and reality hits them, and then by then it's too late. They have the upper hand. And it's like, how have we gone so far down as a country while still preaching that we're the best in the world? How can I be proud to be an American when my country as a whole has literally lived up to the expectations of the movie Idiocracy? If you don't know that movie, go watch it, because it describes what's going on right now perfectly, pretty much. Exaggeratedly, but still, it gets the point across. So, I mean, I know this is just big old rant, but it's just so much of this stuff is bothering me. I'm so sick of it. I'm so sick of seeing all of this. Just all the division. You either like Trump or you're a liberal fuck. Or if you do like Trump, then you're a racist fuck. You know, it's just like, okay, that's not how it works, but we need to be the United States of America, people. That's what the U in USA stands for. Not the divided states of America, the United States of America. So, let's get this shit together. Let's get it together and knock off this nonsense.